Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. From wherever you're watching this video from, you're welcome to Zcan. Today, I'll be talking about something that resonated with my spirit today, and I just wanted to share it. It really touched me deeply, and I was like, it's possible that several persons are going through the same thing that I am going through. Wouldn't it be just to just put out a word out there and suggest solutions that would help people going through perhaps what I'm going through? Now, have you ever woken up feeling ready to go, feeling positive, zeal to achieve, and you're like on a level of say 100, and then one word or some words from people around you and it just dampens your spirit. You move from 100 to like brr 50. Have that ever happened to you? Wow, it happened to me. Some days ago, I woke up feeling my very best, feeling very positive, with intention to achieve, to go, positive mindset, everything set. You know when your mind is ready to achieve things, and then, and then, and then, someone around me for a particular thing I did some days ago brought it up and started using condescending words on me. Wow, that just dampened my spirits. And when that episode was over, my 100% top notch positive attitude I had to achieve reduced from that 100 to about, let me say, I don't want to be negative, but it really dropped very, very low. I said, okay, no problem. I let that pass. I tried my best to be very positive, so that the word doesn't get to me, but it wasn't very easy for me. By the time the person was done talking, I was feeling downcasted. I was like, what? Wait a minute. I was ready to go with, and now someone has said some words, and the person's words have dampened my spirits. So I said, okay, let that go. Just let it go. Then I was trying to help someone still within my environment, and the person was very, very critical. That dampened my spirit the more. And I was like, if I don't do something, people will begin to control me because of their words. My 100 top notch to go to achieve spirit that I had would drop from 100 to 20. And your mind is extremely important if you want to achieve anything. Everything starts in the mind. That is where the creative power comes in. That is where the creative power comes from. The spirit that you can do things comes from that mindset. And so when you let people, that brings me to the topic of today. When you let people control your mind, you're giving them the power to control your day. So it goes past what they have said about you for that day or what they have said to you for that day and affects you throughout the day. And most times people don't know that their words are very, very powerful. And that is why I want to give us some tips and tricks that would help us combat this particular life scenario, which maybe not just I go through, maybe other people are also going through the same thing, but I just felt it in my spirit to share this today. And so, some practical tips I'll be letting us know is that number one, that their reaction to you or the words they have spoken about you doesn't in any way define you. Mm-mm. It is their mood, it is how they feel about something that you have done. And maybe they don't know the best way to correct you, and that's the best way they can correct you. So it is not on you. Mm-mm. It is on them. So they are would I say now they are not too good. I'm not trying to be very, very prim and proper. They are not too good mood and man of approach is not on you. It doesn't define you. It doesn't say that that is who you are. No, it is on them. It is their mood at that particular point, and so you drop it there. Once they are done talking, you drop it there. And if you watch my previous video, I said when they are saying those words, it's saying positive things in your mind. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I am beautifully and wonderfully made. Oh man, I ain't see them as sexy. I ain't seen this fine babe. Those are the words that you'll be bringing in your ear. Positive words. Positive declaration, because that's what God says that we are, not those things they are saying. So it's on them, not on you. Number two, do not let their words stick in your mind. Do not for any second dwell on it. Especially when they use condescending words, insulting words. Do not let it penetrate your mind. Do not think about it for a single second. Do not say, they said I'm this, or I'm that, or I'm this, and I'm that. Do not let it sit in your mind. You have the power to say no. They are maybe elders, or they're just an authority, but their words should not penetrate your mind. You should learn to set a boundary around your mind every day. There are things you should let to have access. That's why the Bible says you should guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it flows out the issues of life. So we should learn to do what? Guard our mind. So in as much as Mama don't do that like co-host, in as much as they said those words, do not let it penetrate. Do not let it sit in your mind for a second. As soon as they're done talking, you drop it for them there. Oga, you feel it is for you. It is not for me. You drop it for them there. And you could pick the positive things, when they say those things, they're saying to correct you. But perhaps they don't know how best to correct you. It is the manner of correction that is the issue. You understand? So you just pick the good thing they said. You understand? And then the negative thing they said that does not define you or describe you in any way, you leave it for them. Life is about choices. You choose the one you want to hear and you choose what you don't want to hear. You understand? Now the third thing, like I said, is you don't carry it over. You don't let it stress you. You leave it there. You're like, okay, I don't talk finish. I take your thing, go. Me, I don't take the one why I want. You carry the rest. I beg, maybe for me be that one. You understand what I'm saying? So that is what I want to send out there to someone today. People would always have their perspective about you. They would always have their way of correcting you, but it might not be the best of approaches. You understand? But it should not and should never let it enter your mind. Don't even stress about it a single second. Once they are done talking, dash them the words. You know, at that moment they're talking, you're like, like, is it me you're talking to? You know, and even though they might mean well, but their manner of approach, people should learn to do better. People are adults. Learn to do what do better. Learn to do what do better. Think of how you can talk to those around you in a good manner that they will listen to you. See, nobody is perfect. We all work in progress. So if for instance I make a mistake in what I did, you don't have to condescend me with your words. You can say, hey sister, my sister, this thing you did there, there should have been a better way of doing it. Thank you, mama. I'm doing something. There should have been a better way of doing it. Hmm? Where I'm eating. Not like this, not like that. That way the person will listen to you more. Unlike when you come with abusive words, you are this, you're that, you're that, and then when you're correcting someone, try to use a low tone. I know it might not be easy because maybe you're angered, but because your aim is to pass a message, so that the person would learn from what you're saying. Then your aim is that you want the person to really learn, right? Then say it in low tone. Mama, thank you. I don't want to eat. This is my coach. She's feeding me. I don't want to eat. Thank you. Giving me bread. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for distractions. So my point is, when correcting someone, imagine it were you they're talking to. How would you want that person to correct you? Or how would you want to be corrected? Use the way you'd want to be corrected to correct the next person you want to correct. And if you know that there are certain words someone would say that would not resonate with your spirit, or you would like, do not say those words to somebody else. All of us are human beings. So be nice. Are we together? Be nice, be gentle. Even when you mean to correct someone, be nice about it. You can still correct someone without being abusive, without being degrading, without trying to pull down one's self-esteem. Because when you're correcting someone, it's the person's esteem at that point that is at stake. So let's all be matured, if I would say that. Yes, In as much as you might be emotional about a particular scenario or a particular habit someone must have exhibited, when trying to correct that person, do it with love. Like the Bible will say, correct your neighbor with love in your heart. You want that person to know that, this thing you did is not the right way. Not that you want the person to feel bad about him or herself. No, your aim is to correct that person. And people can only listen to when they feel that you love them, that you have their best interest at heart. If someone feels that you're correcting them because you want to degrade them, you want to insult them, they would not listen to you. And so you, the person trying to correct you, not achieve the objective. Do you understand? So if your aim is to correct somebody, do it with love in your heart. In fact, the Bible is complete. I will not start the chapter about the Bible, but I cannot do it without talking about the Bible. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say in essence is that when you correct people, correct them in love. You don't have to degrade them. You don't have to make them feel bad or make them feel they are not worthy or make them feel depressed at the end of the day. No, your words should lift people up. Even when you're correcting and there's a way to do things, there is a way. All right, thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you've learned something, and if you have, help your baby girl push up this video so that the whole world will hear and see that yes, we have ways we can combat negativity. We have ways we can protect our mind. And if you don't control your mind, you don't control those who have access into your mind, you're giving people the leeway to control your life. So be in charge. That's the word. Be in charge. Do not let people control your mind. All right. From me to you and my co-host, saying peace out, remain blessed, stay blessed, and keep your peace. Keep your peace. Very important. All of that, your peace of mind is important.